St. Paul, 2 Timothy 1:7, for God has not given us a spirit of fear. You see, God never created a spirit of fear in you. Looks like you ended up fearing, you ended up being weak and scared because you walked away from God. This is your dilemma. Because you are missing God in your life. That's why you seeked alternate ways which were absolutely and utterly destructive. They escape from withstanding their responsibilities. Do not take on their responsibilities. Well, enough fear, enough being a coward. Let us be powerful. Number one, that's why St. Paul says, for God has not given us a spirit of fear, but of, number one thing, power. Second, love. Third, sound mind, self-control. But the first thing is power. So beautifully placed in a beautiful, orderly fashion. Number one, power. The first principle for the Christian family. Be powerful, don't be fearful. Now, second principle is love. Well, what did we say about fear? Weakness brings fear, and fear is cowardness, and cowardness is a combination between, what did we say, between weakness and selfishness. Well, love is the opposite to being selfish. So instead of being selfish, be a loving person. When you have the love of God in your heart, selfishness is driven away. It's driven away. So the second principle, the first principle is power to get rid of weakness, so you don't be selfish. Then love to get rid of that selfishness. And we said cowardness is a combination between weakness and selfishness. And the opposite to that is power and love. Third principle, sound mind, self-control. Now, why the sound mind or the self-control is the third principle? Why? St. Paul is trying to teach us something very profound here. Look how St. Paul writes. When you read it at a surface level, you don't even grasp what he's really meaning. Now, why self-control is the third principle? You see, the reason why sound mind or self-control is the third principle, so that it actually maintains and insists on the following to take place. Number one, so that your power should not be done in ignorance. Without self-control, your power goes in and end up into ignorance. But with self-control, the power is controlled in righteousness and holiness, not ignorance. And love should not be done in immaturity. Without self-control, your love is wild, immature. But with self-control, the love is controlled, it's mature, it's ripe. Everything is done perfectly according to God's will. And this is why power and love together, but managed by the sound mind, self-control. You need self-control in order for power and love are not abused. Are not abused. Thus, in my power, I do not end up being violent if there is no self-control. So many violent people. Well, that just tells you they have no self-control. So they have power and they abuse it, they become violent. Because they don't have self-control. Because they don't have God in their life, that's why. So that power does not end up in violence, and love does not end up in being slack or feeble. Do you love me? Well, can you do something for me? I'll think about it. What makes you happy? Can you please text me and tell me what makes you happy so I can do it? Maybe. What kind of love is that? When your love is filled with power. Even the microphone went off. When your love is filled with power, you surprise your sweetheart. Plenty of surprises. You go to your sweetheart and saying, please come with me. We're going for a little drive. And then she sits in her pajamas in that car because she's thinking it's just a little drive around the block and we're going to come back. And then you drive, and you end up in the airport. And then you go to the customs and you say, I'm checking in my wife. No, just kidding. Honey, I just got us 2 tickets for our anniversary. And we're flying as you are in your pajamas. I have nothing else. Honey, don't worry. I got money, baby. I'll buy you all the clothing from San Francisco, Hawaii, and Habib Albi, Lebanon. Now, that is a man. Powerful, faces challenges, fears nothing. A man that worships God is powerful, all love, and self-controlling. This is why when God created the man first, then the woman. When he created the man, and he placed the man in his presence, not the woman. And he taught the man, not the woman. And he gave the commandment to the man, not the woman. And he said, I will bless your wife, your family through you, not the woman. My beloved daughter, don't misunderstand me. This is God's word. And my son, please do not be offended. This is God's word. The man that wishes for his family to be blessed, the man that wishes for his family to be healthy and wealthy and in good health and in good spirit, you better be in the presence of Jesus Christ of Nazareth, because he is dealing with you, not with your women, not with your children. He is you. He wants you, my son, the man. He put Adam in his presence, not the women. And when the women ate from the forbidden tree, God was not upset at all. Read the Holy Bible. The forbidden tree, the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. When Eve ate from it, God didn't say anything. But the moment the man ate, all hell broke loose. Because my son, you represent Jesus Christ of Nazareth, the man. And my daughter, you represent the church, the bride, the woman to this perfect man. St. Paul says the church is the body and the man is the head. When the Holy Bible talks about the man being the head, that doesn't mean that you are in control, meaning you run the show. And whatever you say goes. And she has no right to say anything because I'm the man and you're not, so you better be quiet. No. By the way, the head here means foundation. Now my question to you, my son, where is the foundation? Top of the house or under the house? Under the house. So when you are the head, that means you are not at the top, you're at the bottom. Why? Because the head here is the one that carries all the weight. Without the foundation, there is no house. What carries the entire house is the foundation. This is the head. The head meaning you are the provider. The head meanings you are the protector. The head meanings you are the one who manages everything. You provide the safe haven for your body, i.e. the woman, the wife. She needs to know and feel that you are her safety net. She needs to know and feel that you are the one that she can run to anytime, every time, all the time, without hesitation, without being, without being sort of kind of resentment toward it or afraid of opening up to you. You need to make her feel that she can say whatever, whenever, however, because you are the man and she is your bride.